Hello again. I'll be taking you through the syllabus now for Biology 412. Our lecture will take place 8 to 9:15 a.m. in Science Center 133, and we'll be having an early final exam this semester on the last day of class, April 30th. And this is because I will be going to Costa Rica and I want to make sure that I have everything graded before I go. My office is in Science Center 112 and my office hours are 11 to 12 Monday through Friday, or make an appointment with me if you can't make those times. So my office hours are there for your benefit. I encourage you to come talk to me if you don't understand lecture material, if you need help with study techniques, maybe you didn't do so well on an exam, and if you've seen anything interesting botanically. I really enjoy talking to you during office hours because it may give me some interesting ideas for discussing material in class. So I answer emails very quickly, but what I ask is that before emailing me about due dates and other information provided in the syllabus, lecture schedule, and Blackboard calendar, please consult those sources beforehand so that I can more effectively answer emails. But I do prefer face-to-face communication because I want to get to know all of you much better. So, as I said in my introductory message, I basically want to give you more knowledge and an enhanced appreciation of plants. So you're going to learn why they're important to humans. You're going to learn about their taxonomy and ecological diversity, evolutionary processes, and you're going to develop your scientific literacy through planning and developing research and writing an independent research paper on a current project in plant biology. So you're going to do this by using primary and secondary papers from the scientific literature, and you'll have most of the semester to do this. We'll have peer review sessions where you'll help each other out and kind of help edit. So it will be something that you work on, and it can be a plant of your choice. I want you to choose something that you may be passionate about, maybe something that you've never heard of before. So we have a few course goals. Again, enhancing understanding and appreciation for the roles of plants in our environment and society. I'm going to teach you anatomy, external morphology, developmental processes, types of reproductions, and how these separate the different groups of land plants. So for those of you who've taken Bio 110, we're going to take the information presented and take it up to the next level. And then finally, to understand how hypotheses regarding evolutionary relationships among plant groups are produced and tested. So we're going to talk about some current ideas from research. Now the textbook, I've done something a little bit different this semester. Instead of going with the most recent version of the textbook, I've decided to do a little bit of a throwback to the 6th edition. There's a couple different reasons why. First of all, the 6th edition has information on plant ecology and interactions with humans that the 7th edition, for some reason, deleted. Another reason for doing this, which I think you'll immediately appreciate, is that it's much cheaper. The 7th edition runs for something near $200, but you can get the 6th edition through Amazon or other online retailers for as low as $3.14 plus $3.99 shipping. But if you want to be guaranteed a book that's in good condition, I would definitely order it through the bookstore. We'll have a supplemental reading assignment throughout the semester, so this is required, and it's a book called The Botany of Desire, A Plant's Eye View of the World. So I read this book a few years back, and I was kind of impressed with the author's discussion of some basic botanical ideas and how he actually tied evolutionary relationships to interactions between man and plants. So throughout the semester, we'll be reading pieces of this and discussing it in class. There may be some homework assignments where you'll discuss this. And this I've seen used as low as 4 cents plus $3.99 shipping. But again, you cannot guarantee the condition of the book, and it is available at the library still for much less than a typical textbook. So we will have quizzes, homework, and examinations. So I'll be administering most of these through Blackboard. I use Respondus Lockdown for quizzes and exams. We'll be going through how to use this in lecture. I may have more traditional homework assignments where I assign you just questions to help review concepts. I may give you questions about botany of desire. Sometimes I may have you present a topic during lecture in a group or in partners. And there will be 5 in-class quizzes. And the in-class quizzes, you should consider those to be mini exams because they will be taken in an exam format. But I will also have a number of online quizzes where you can go back and check your answers and take them more than once. These will familiarize you with the exam format and give you a chance to check your progress in the report in the course. So midterms, there will be 2 major exams, a midterm and a final. The midterm will be given during the regular class time, and you'll have the entire class time to take exams. So I want to give you a little bit of extra time for the final exam, so we'll be discussing how that will work and scheduling that because it will be early, and I want to make sure that you all get a chance to take it. So I like to ask a combination of question types on in-class quizzes and exams. So some multiple choice, there may be matching, fill in the blank. I usually ask a lot of short answer questions. They may be as simple as listing something, short explanations, but I found that hotspot questions are particularly helpful in botany, where we will be learning a lot of tissues and structures, so that you will basically have to know them visually, and they will be pictures from your notes, so it won't be some picture you've never seen. So I'll be asking you to not only regurgitate lecture content, but I want you to be able to apply concepts in new situations, and your notes are going to be your primary study resource. So anything in the book that you read should be read to support what we're learning in lecture. There will be no makeup exams. If you have a scheduling conflict that you know ahead of time, please contact me as soon as possible so that I can arrange for you to take the exam early at a testing center. If there's a documented university accepted excuse, some sort of sickness or emergency, contact me as soon as possible so that I can make other arrangements. If there's an unexcused absence on an exam day, that's just going to result in a 0. As far as the anticipated grade distribution, the midterm exam will be 150 points. In-class quizzes will be 75. There will be about 100 points or so of online quizzes and homework. You'll have a research paper abstract assignment, the research paper itself, which is worth 150. And there's 50 participation points. So I'm really big in participation in my courses. Attendance does not equal participation. To participate, you need to become actively involved in the discussion. This could be commenting on something. It can even be simply asking a question. The final exam will be semi-cumulative and 200 points. So there will be an estimated 750 points in the class. More points may become available. This is an estimate. It depends on how much workload there is. So I kind of gauge the progress of the class. So this is the typical grading scheme used here at St. Francis University, and in general I adhere to this. As far as grades, please keep in constant contact with me throughout the semester. So if you're having issues, come see me as soon as possible because I can help you. I'm really happy to discuss your grade, and I can help you during office hours. However, you should understand that course grades are final. Once they've been posted online, they are set in stone, and at the end of the semester, any emails for extra credit or grade modification, I will not be considering them. As far as online course resources, we will be using Blackboard quite a bit, and this is where there will be files and links relevant to the course. And sometimes we'll do activities, you'll have your quizzes and exams, writing assignments. Your required project is going to be a research paper on a current topic in plant biology. So basically you're going to investigate this, evaluate published research, present the results and your opinions in a professional, well-written document. I'll be providing much more detailed guidelines for writing the paper on Blackboard as the course gets going. But it will be 10 to 12 pages double-spaced plus references. It should use peer-reviewed scientific literature articles, which we will discuss, and I will assist you in finding them. And you should cite 10 articles from the primary literature and 2 review articles. And we will be using a Safe Assign tool on Blackboard, which is a plagiarism tool. So I basically use it just to help students understand if they're citing material correctly or not. It's a learning tool. It's not a penalty tool. There's some information in the syllabus about academic accommodations for disabled student services. If you qualify for accommodations, please arrange with Miss April Fry as soon as possible and remind me before each exam to make sure that we've scheduled you and that you get your accommodations. We have learning resources, the Center for Academic Success, Writing and Tutoring Center. This is another place you can get feedback on your papers. And then I have academic honesty policies. As St. Francis students, we all know the difference between right and wrong. So when in doubt, just don't cheat, because not only is it against our university policies, but it's kind of against the mission of the university in general, and it really makes me sad. So I have some information about Safe Assign that you can read through in your leisure. And here's the lecture schedule. This is subject to change because some days we may get into more involved discussions, and some days maybe we'll get through the material faster. So on the right is the reading assignment from the textbook. You'll notice that January 13th and 15th I will be gone in Arizona, but there's a reading assignment on an introduction to botany, and what I'm doing right now, the introduction to the course and course logistics, you'll have to read through this on Blackboard. And again, as I said in my introductory video, Tamarisk invasion and desert riparian ecosystem change, you can watch that link so that you're aware of what's going on in Arizona. Lecture will be a combination of typical lecture, but we'll have discussion. We'll have days where we talk about our research paper, days that we actually work on writing abstracts, and we'll be talking about a lot of different things. So not just basic botany, but medicinal plants. And you'll see that the days that quizzes occur, I try to bold those dates. Again, you'll see some more discussion here. And when different assignments are due. So I just have the big assignments due here. As far as homework assignments, we will be scheduling them as they go, and I'll be gauging your process to make sure that I'm not hitting you with too much material. Okay, so notice that there will be in-class study sessions, and our first midterm exam will be on February 26th. Notice that we have quizzes and we have more discussions in our lecture of our articles. We have the major plant groups. I've indicated the breaks. We have an in-class peer review session where you're going to help each other with your papers, and you can see more quizzes. And then finally, you'll notice that we have a couple of in-class review sessions for the semi-cumulative final exam. So your research papers are due through Safe Assign on April 23rd, and then we'll be on that day reviewing, and then April 28th we'll be doing another review so that we can answer any additional questions, and April 30th will be our final exam. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Make sure that you read through and understand this syllabus, and again, depending on our progress, the scheduling might change. So I'm looking forward to going through all these topics with you.